Hello children, come back to the next topic of the chapter 5, acid, bases and salt. And today we will study about bases. Already we have studied about acid in the previous video class, and in that we have learned about the definition of acid, that is the substance which tastes sour and also is rough in touch, that is called acid. Okay, and there are two types of acid, that are mineral acid and natural acid, which are also called inorganic acid and organic acid. So but in this video we are going to study about bases. So let's start this topic. From the result of activity 1, we have seen that substances such as baking soda, washing soda are bitter in taste and their solutions are soapy to touch. So children, some substances are bitter in taste, okay, कड़वा, जिसको हिंदी में बोलते कड़वा, and that is also soapy to touch, or we can also say slippery to touch. So this is because these substances are basic in nature. The substances that are bitter in taste and soapy to touch are called bases. So what is the definition of base? Yes, of course, the substances which are bitter in taste and soapy to touch are called bases. Just reverse to acid. Acids are what? That are sour in taste and rough to touch. But bases are what? They are bitter in taste and soapy to touch. Okay, that are called bases. For the bases which are soluble in water are called alkalis. And children, those bases which are soluble in water, remember this point that all the bases does not dissolve in water. Some of the bases dissolve in water, and those bases which dissolve in water, they are also called alkalis. For example, sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide are alkalis. Alkalis are corrosive in nature and harmful to skin. Corrosive in nature means whenever they fall on a metallic surface, they start the corrosion reaction. Okay, metal surface start corrosion, and iron surface also start rusting. So that's why alkalis are corrosive in nature and harmful to skin also. If it fall on the skin, it burn the skin. Now, depending upon their nature, the bases can be classified into weak and strong bases. So bases are also of two types, weak bases and strong bases. Generally in acid, what we have learned that the organic acids are weak bases which are naturally occurring, and the mineral acids, which is also called inorganic acids, are strong acids which are man-made. But here bases, you can see the strong bases are sodium hydroxide, potassium hydroxide, barium hydroxide, calcium hydroxide and sodium carbonate, which is also called washing soda. As a detergent we are using this. And weak bases are aluminum hydroxide, copper hydroxide, ammonium hydroxide, sodium hydrogen carbonate, which is also called baking soda, which we are using for cooking, which is edible also. Okay, so here, do you know all alkalis are bases, but all bases are not alkalis? So children, there is a twist here. Why all alkalis are bases but all bases are not alkalis? All alkalis are bases because they all are bitter in taste and soapy to touch. But all bases are not alkali because all bases does not dissolve in water. That's why all bases are not alkali. All bases have bitter taste. All bases are slippery, soapy to touch. Bases change the color of litmus from red to blue. So bases have the ability to change the litmus paper. It is a type of indicator. Litmus paper is a type of indicator. It is found in two colors, red and blue. But bases has the ability to change the red litmus paper to blue. But there is no effect on blue litmus paper of bases. And acids have the ability to change the blue litmus paper into red. But there is no effect of acid on red litmus paper. Okay children. So here let's come to know about the uses of some of the bases, that is alkalis. Uses of bases or alkalis. The use of some typical bases are described below. Sodium hydroxide, which is also called caustic soda. It is used in soap and detergent industry. For the manufacture of rayon, rayon is a synthetic fiber, and for the manufacturing of rayon it is used in paper and pulp industry for manufacturing other chemicals also. Now come to the next page, that is page number 62. Second base is calcium hydroxide, which is also called slacked lime, CaOH whole 2, its formula, and it is used for while washing the clothes or washing any the curtains or any clothing material. For the manufacturing of bleaching powder is also we are using to wash the basin, to wash the bathroom, wash basins, these all. And for manufacturing of bleaching powder, calcium hydroxide is used, slacked lime. In leather industry, for the production of leather, it is used. For neutralizing acidity of the soil. When the soil gets acidic, it is neutralized by adding calcium hydroxide. For softening hard water also, in some of the area the water becomes so much hard that it does not clean the cloth or any surface properly. On that time it convert to soft by adding calcium hydroxide in it. Ammonium hydroxide as a cleansing agent, it is also used for cleaning agent, for preparing ammonium salts, and ammonium salts are also prepared by ammonium hydroxide. Aluminium hydroxide for preparing antacids in textile industry. Antacids are the medicine which we are used when we are suffering from acidity. Okay, when we have when we find any irritation or uncomfortness due to overeating or due to lots of spicy food, so on that time we are taking antacids, and these antacids are made from aluminum hydroxides. Magnesium hydroxide is also used for making antacids formulations. Okay, now come to, do you know, soap is prepared by heating an oil fat with caustic soda, that is called sodium hydroxide. Oil plus NaOH gives soap plus glycerol. Okay, so soap, it is used easy for making soap or any soap by using oil or fat in the presence of caustic soda, that is sodium hydroxide. It gives soap and glycerol. Okay, now ammonium hydroxide is used in window cleaners because it is basic in nature. It turns red litmus to blue. So ammonium hydroxide, as it is also used in cleaning purpose and cleaning agent, it is, you can see here, it is cleansing agent and clean the surface very nicely, and as it is base, it can change the red litmus into blue. So now there is an oral question, so let's start the oral question first. Which bases are called alkali which dissolve in water? Which dissolve in water are called alkalis. Describe the following properties of base. Taste and touch. Taste of the base is always bitter and touch is always soapy, or you can also write slippery. Okay, name a base used in making an antacids. Antacid, you can write here aluminum hydroxide or magnesium hydroxide. Aluminum hydroxide or magnesium hydroxide, this one or this one. Okay, name a base used for softening of water. For softening of water, calcium hydroxide is used, this one. Now comes to indicators. So children, actually what we are doing for the substance, whenever we have to judge whether it is a acid or a base, we test it. But all the time we cannot test every substance. Okay, so there should be a medium, or there should be a thing which can identify whether the given solution is acid or base. So the things which are used to determine whether the given solution is acidic or basic, that is called indicators. Okay, so here We have tried to classify substance into acid and bases on the basis of their test. However, it is not possible to test every substance. Yes children, it is not possible to test each and every substance. Okay, then how to know the given substance is an acid or base? How we will know? To test if a given substance is acidic or basic, special kind of substance are used. Such substance are called indicators. So those substances which are used to determine a things whether it is acidic or basic, that type of substance is called indicator. The indicator used for identifying an acid or a base are also called acid base indicator, and indicators are also called acid base indicator. An indicator may be defined as, so this is the definition of indicator here, a substance that change its color when added to an acid or base is called acid base indicator, or simply as an indicator. So children, when you add acid or a base to an indicator, it will change its color and show you that whether that is the acid or a base. So by this way we can easily judge that whether the given solution is acidic or basic. Okay, by seeing the changing of color of indicator. So let's come to know, there are two types of indicator also, man-made and natural. Naturally occurring indicator and man-made indicator. So now comes to the next page, that is page number 63. There are many indicators available, but the naturally occurring are turmeric, litmus, China rose petals and red cabbage juice. Children, China rose petals you are preparing in your project. So many of you have taken this project to prepare China rose petal indicator. So children, turmeric also some of you are preparing turmeric paper as an indicator. Turmeric is also a natural indicator. Litmus is also a natural indicator. China rose petals are also an indicator, and red cabbage juice is also a natural indicator. And the commonly used indicator available commercially in the market, which are man-made indicator, they are phenolphthalein, litmus and methyl-aurine. You will say that whether the litmus is a natural or man-made. So I will tell you, it is naturally occurring, but after plucking it from the plants, there is a process to make it a proper indicator. So if we can say litmus as a natural and man-made, both are correct. So we describe this in the following section. First of all comes to litmus, an acid as an acid base indicator. You know children, litmus is a natural dye. It is extracted from lichens. Yes, the lichens. From the lichens it is extracted. That is lichens. Did you remember? We have studied in chapter 1 nutrition in plants. In that we have studied about symbiotic relationship, and in symbiotic relationship we have studied about algae and fungi lives together to mutually benefit each other, and that is called symbiotic relationship. And in that relationship, that both algae and fungi together called lichen. Okay, so in distilled water, neutral medium, its color is purple. In acidic solution, its color is red. In basic solution, its color is blue. So litmus is available in the form of solution and in the form of strips of paper called litmus paper, generally as red litmus paper and blue litmus paper. So see children, these are the paper, red litmus paper and blue litmus paper, and these are the solution of litmus. Litmus is obtained in two forms, in the form of paper and in the form of solution, water solution. So here you can see red litmus paper, red litmus solution, and this is blue litmus solution. Okay, if you dip red litmus paper in acidic solution, there will be no effect. But if you dip blue litmus paper in acidic solution, it will turn red in color. You can see here, blue litmus paper, it is blue litmus paper, but whenever it is dipped in acid, it becomes red in color. And if you see here, it is a base. If you dip blue litmus paper here, there will be no effect. Blue remains blue. But if you dip red litmus paper here, it becomes blue in color in basic solution. Okay, so by the help of litmus also we can judge whether the given solution is acidic or basic. Litmus is both natural as well as man-made indicator. Now children, there is an activity 2. Here comes to page number 64. Here some of the solutions are given here and you have to write whether the blue litmus paper will change or red litmus paper will change. Tap water, for tap water, here one is done for you, that is lemon juice. That blue litmus paper change into red. Why? Because lemon juice is an acidic solution, and red litmus paper, no change, there will be no change in red litmus paper. Like that, tap water is neither acidic nor basic, so it cannot change any litmus paper. So you can write here no change, here also no change, it cannot change any litmus paper. Distilled water is also a neutral solution and it will not change anything, so you can write here no change. Okay. Soft drink, aerated water. So children, soft drink is also a neutral, it is neither acidic nor basic, so it also cannot change litmus papers. Okay. Now vinegar, so vinegar is a type of acid children, it is a type of acid which can turns blue litmus paper into red and there will be no change in red litmus paper. Soap solution is a basic solution, so it will not change, no change in blue litmus paper, but red will change into blue. Amla juice is a type of acidic solution, so it will change blue litmus paper into red, but red remains red and no change. Ammonium hydroxide is a basic solution which can change the red litmus paper into blue and will not change blue litmus paper, there is no change in blue litmus paper. Now here also one is done for you, common salt solution, no change as it is neutral. Okay, neutral solution. Baking soda solution is a basic solution, so it can change the red litmus paper into blue and in blue no change. Sugar solution is a neutral, so no change. You write the change properly. I am writing only C because there is a lack of space here. You write it properly. Glucose solution is also a neutral solution, neither acidic nor basic, so it also cannot change any litmus paper. Okay. Dilute sulfuric acid, so it is, from the name it is, we can easily conclude that it is an acid and can change blue litmus paper into red and red remains red, no change. Lime water is also a acidic solution and it can change blue into red and red remain red. Sour milk, so children, fresh milk is neutral, but as the milk becomes sour, it becomes acidic. Okay, from the test we can know that acids are always sour in taste, so sour milk is also acidic, so blue change into red and red remains red. Curd is also sour in taste, so it is acidic in nature, so blue change into red and red remains red. Sodium hydroxide is a basic solution and it can change the red litmus paper into blue and blue remains blue. So children, here you can see the observations. So the solution of dash 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 are acidic. You can choose here what are the acidic solution here and what are the basic solution here and what are the neutral solution here. You can write here. Now conclusion, acidic substance turn blue litmus to red and have no effect on red litmus. Basic substance turns red litmus to blue and have no effect on blue litmus. Neutral solution substance have no effect on both blue and red litmus. So children, I hope you better understand about the litmus paper or the litmus solution. It is an indicator which help us to determine whether the given solution is acidic or basic by changing its color. So this is all about today and we will continue in the next video class. Thank you. Have a nice day.